Hey, I am sorry. I am 4 minutes late. My apologies. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Let me get to the right place. Oh, maybe I was in the right place. All right, I am in the right place. Hey, good evening. No, I don't want to do that. Conversations. What is this doing? Instagram. Got all this extra stuff going on. All right. Hey, Kamaria. Hey, good evening, everybody. All right, so let's get started. Good evening. Welcome to Camper Conversations. Welcome to Real Life Relationship Growth. This is Camper Conversations. This is our every Friday. Hey, Kevin. This is our every Friday evening get together to get on and chat and, have discussions and talk about some things. So I'm going to get started because I promised a friend of mine I would get started immediately. So let's get started. So our topic today was I questioned doing this topic, but my sister and my two nieces were like, yo, let's do this topic. So we're doing this topic. So again, welcome to Camper Conversations. I like to always start out by saying, hey, I'm Donna. Thank you guys for being here. I am not a relationship expert. I don't claim to be. I don't proclaim to be. I'm not a relationship expert. I'm just a black woman in this life, living it, enjoying it, and doing the damn thing on a daily. I try. All right? So that's what this is. So this group was put together. If you are single, if you are dating, if you are courting, if you are engaged, if you are divorced, if you are married, Real Life Relationship Growth is the place for you. We come together on every Friday, and I take posts, and I take memes, and I take information and inbox information that people send to me, and I put it on the page, and we talk about it, we laugh, we cry sometimes. But this page is about adults living this life, dating, doing all of those things that I talked about, and knowing that there is nothing new under the sun. This is real. This is life. Real life relationship growth. So welcome. So this topic, like I said, came from, hey Kevin, thank you. This topic came from a discussion my sister and I and my nieces were having. They're all adults that we were having. And everybody has heard, you guys saw the picture that I posted. Everybody at this point, or a lot of people at this point, have heard of the R.O.S E. Have heard of the R.O.S E. Either you've heard of it, or you are a personal connoisseur of it. The R.O.S E. So I see a lot of jokes and memes coming from the brothers, of course, about the R.O.S E. And the last one that I saw, and I posted it yesterday and I decided to use it today. The last one that I saw was the R.O.S E sitting in an ashtray, and there was a cigar beside it. And it was like, nah, this is like something like the best ashtray that I've ever had or whatever. So the guy that posted it, a friend of mine, I stole it from his page, of course, but I put on there such haters. Y'all such haters on the R.O.S E. So that's what I put on there, right? So we decided, so let's get into this thing. Let's delve into this thing. So the R.O.S E. And yes, of course, I have one. Let me tell y'all something. We are adults, and I am not here to tell you what you should or should not do. Okay? Some people don't believe in masturbation. Some people feel like it's against biblical principles. other principles possibly that say that self-gratification is wrong. Again, I'm not here to tell you what you should or should not do. All I know is the things that I personally choose for myself, the understandings that I have of based on that relationship that I have with the Father. And I am continually learning and growing because I'm always seeking Him. So that means if there's something that I'm doing that's not pleasing to Him, and I know there are things in my life that I'm doing that's not pleasing to Him, but again, I'm on that track to get those things right as best as I can with His help. So if this is an uncomfortable topic for you, if you don't agree and you feel like masturbation is wrong, then you can log off. But this is not necessarily about masturbation. Y'all stay with me. Because what I did post and what I did say, it was about brothers being intimidated. Like, man, why are you all so intimidated by this 4-letter word, R.O.S.E? And I did get a comment. I want to say Kevin made a comment. I'm not on the page, but I did get a comment on it. I got a couple comments. So if you commented early on the page, please feel free to comment here. All right. If y'all see me looking back and forth, again, Instagram, Facebook. Still have not gotten to YouTube. All right. Y'all can help me with that if y'all want. If somebody want to help me get connected on YouTube, that'd be great. Anyway, we are here. So the R.O.S.E. So, the R.O.S.E, I heard about the R.O.S.E, I want to say last year sometime. I heard about it last year sometime. Hey, Ash. Hey, Ron. I heard about the R.O.S.E last year sometime. And I have no problem in issues saying this, you guys. I'm a grown adult, 50-year-old now. I'm 50. I can say 50. 50-year-old woman. I am very comfortable. I am very knowledgeable. I understand me. I understand this. Donna knows what she likes. Donna knows what she wants. And I really hope this will help ladies and gentlemen. After we finish this, this will help you on a track to better understanding yourself if you don't already. All right? So, I have no issue and problem with toys. Love them. I love how they enhance things. I love what they do. I love how they make me feel. I love the interaction and engagement. Do not get me wrong. My very first preference is to have those interactions and engagements with my man. Point blank, period. But there are things out there that kind of help. And let me say on this side, because there are things out there that help, that means one or two things. Either it's out there just to be there, to add some pleasure, or it's out there to literally help someone. I have heard, I cannot fathom or understand this at all, but that's just me. I have heard women say, and heard of women to say they have never had an orgasm, or they do not know when they've had an orgasm. I'm sure, you know, a lot of you have heard that as well, that there are women who do not know if, Kevin said he a hater, if they have had an orgasm or they say they've never had an orgasm. So brothers, let me say this. Let me say this. Do not let your pride and your ego, don't let those things allow you to miss out on something that can be helpful with your lady. Don't let your pride and ego allow her to miss out on something she may have never experienced, on something she may not have, doesn't even know if she's experiencing it. So, nobody said that you, sir, were all perfect. Nobody said that you, sir, are so skilled and so accurate and so pinpoint on all the time that you are going to please your lady every single time, or at all. At all. So I feel like when we really love and care for one another, when we really love and care for our significant other, that there is nothing that we won't do to make sure that they are mentally happy and stable and grounded, emotionally happy, stable and grounded, physically happy, stable and grounded. If you are with someone and you don't trust to open up fully, and that was a literal and a figurative, if you don't trust the person that you say I love, especially the person that you're saying, this is my ride or die, this is my partner, this is my best friend, this is my life mate, this is my helpmate, this is my everything. If you don't trust that person with your sexual needs and desires, then there's something wrong. Now, let me put a plug in there. Some people are closed off because of traumas, bad experiences. Some people are wide open because of traumas and bad experiences. But if you love that person and you want to take the time to make sure that those experiences and those traumas don't affect your love life, your intimacy with one another, the physical side of it, because please, no one, please tell me, because I'm not going to believe you, that sex isn't a crucial and important part of a relationship. I'll wait. Okay, I'm not even going to wait, because it don't matter. Because it is a crucial part. Just because you may not enjoy it does not mean it's not a crucial part of a relationship. Just because you all are struggling with one another, you all are struggling with the pleasing of one another, and this goes both ways. Y'all know me, I'm gonna hit it on both sides, does not mean that it's not important, and does not mean it's not crucial in a relationship. Let's put it even further like this. God created it. And everything that God created is good. Some things excellent. So, if you're in a position and in your place and you're not enjoying your sexual interactions, and if you're not enjoying the touch by your mate, then maybe, just maybe, y'all want to implement some things to help enhance and help create and help explore and help possibly open up some areas that you didn't even realize that you enjoyed and you liked. Hey, hey girl, it may open up some areas that you didn't even know you enjoyed and you liked. So, this camper conversation is about the R.O.S E, but then again, it's not all about the R.O.S E, but we're going to pull out the R.O.S E in a minute. Trust and believe, we're going to do that. Because we real life relationship growth. All right. So, intimacy, sexual touch, sexual desires should not be a shut off place. Now, I know a lot of places, especially in the church, it felt like and seemed like, and it was put out that sex and enjoying it and loving it was a taboo. Like, you didn't do that. You don't talk about sex. You don't do this and do that. Yet, and I've heard so many times, they want you to not be attracted to the opposite sex. They want you to not have feelings for the opposite sex. They want you to not explore with the opposite sex. But yet, they expect, I'm talking about the church and other entities, they expect that a young woman goes from, kind of example, her mama's house to her husband's house. And all of a sudden, the switch for sexual go, go, go is supposed to turn on. When for so long, if you felt it, if you voiced it, if you wanted it, it was an issue and a problem. How do we expect, hey Tony girl, how do we expect for sex to be pleasurable and there to be an understanding of it and a joy of it if we want to hammer it down and taint it down and cover it and make it something dirty and nasty when our young people are young? I speak a lot about my mom and her openness with us. And we're a very open family sexually. We're a very open family. We discuss, we talk about, we share. Of course, with the okay from our spouses, our significant others. We don't just talk up, our business like that. But what I'm saying, my mother made us so comfortable with our sexuality. She made us so comfortable in wanting to understand and explore that I believe every one of my siblings and I enjoy sexual interactions deeply, openly, fully. So whoever our significant others are, y'all in there with the Joseph kids. Y'all in there with the Joseph kids. Kevin says sometimes being uninhibited sexually scares folks. Some feel that you're too wild or slightly perverted. A lot of great relationships are ruined by a lack of sexual gratification. Speak, Kevin. A lot of relationships, I truly believe that, are hurt and broken and ruined, like he said, because of lack of sexual gratification. Now, I don't feel like because she's not doing, fellas, what you think she should or want, that you go to somebody else. It is not a gateway. It is not for cheating. It is not. It is not. Just because I've heard men say, well, she wasn't pleasing me, she wasn't doing this and she wasn't doing that, and I deserve this and I went and got it somewhere else. Stay your ass somewhere else then. That's my thought. Because if you don't want to take the time to maybe teach this woman or teach this man, goes both ways, what you like and what you desire, then maybe you don't need to be there. Like, we want to put everything else up on a pedestal and make it high in thought when it comes to marriage and relationships. But when it comes to sex, we supposed to be like, no. Like, don't work on that. Don't worry about that. Ladies. This tends to happen more with us on the female side. Being shut off and closed off and feeling like we can dangle or use sexual intimacy to control. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. If you're not getting what you want in or outside of the bedroom, then you need to have a conversation with that brother. You need to have a conversation. Communication is important. Most definitely, Tony. It is so important. Have a conversation with that brother. So let's get to this. Let's get to the I got a whole, let's get to the roles, y'all. Let's talk about the roles and why it was the topic, the subject of the topic. I don't feel that every guy, of course, is intimidated by the rose or any other sexual toy. There are some guys that are. And some will say straight up, man, I can't compete with that. But this is the thing, brothers. This is the thing. Hear me when I say, and I'm going to speak for all the ladies. I ain't playing. This is the thing. There is no way you can compete with a vibrator. There is no way you can compete with the rose, hands down. I don't care if you're a man or female. If you a lesbian and you think you got your thing going, and you cannot. You cannot. No one can compete with something that comes with a plug and batteries. You cannot. So let's just get that. Out the way. Let's just get that out the way. There is no competition. When we realize and understand that and know, okay, it's not possible, then let's get past that. Let's get to the point of how these things can be helpful to you. Fellas, has your lady ever said to you in conversation before y'all got together, getting together, whatever, I have never had an orgasm. I don't even know when I'm orgasming. When I'm in that, I don't know. Because I've never had it. No one has ever done it. And please understand, there are health issues and reasons and mental that will keep a woman from doing that. That will keep a woman from the point of orgasm. Because a lot of the times it's here for us. It's here for us. So, please understand, fellas, we're not asking you all to compete with the R.O.S E. You don't have to be intimidated by the R.O.S E, because we already know out the gate, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do in comparison and competition with it. So we don't want you to feel like we're trying to beat y'all up about it or whatever. So when I first heard about the R.O.S E, there was a brother in this group, and he doesn't come on as much as he used to, but he used to be here a lot. He said he bought one for his wife. He set the scene. He made her a bubble bath. He had the strawberries and the wine, and he set it all up. And when she came home, you know, he laid it out, put it in the bathtub or whatever, and he introduced. Come on, girl. Or you wait to come out this box. He introduced. He introduced the R.O.S E to his lady. He introduced it to his lady. He got the R.O.S E and he gave it to her. He said, I went downstairs to, you know, get something. And he said he came back upstairs and she was done. She was done. And he was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Like, she was done. I object. Yeah. You object? Kevin, why you objected? What you objected about, Kevin? Kevin said he objects. He said his wife was done. But this is what got me. This is what made me happy for her. This is what made me happy for her. The brother said, at first, I was a little jealous. But then I was like, ooh. Because my lady felt good. She was pleased. And although it wasn't him touching her, it was something he provided for her. So that intimacy, that part of that, he was a part of that. All right. So we're going to delve a little bit deeper on this thing. Tell me what you laughing at, girl. We're going to delve a little bit deeper. Ladies, if you have not purchased this quaint little device, I strongly suggest you do. Strongly suggest you do. Whether you are single, whether you are married, in a relationship, the R.O.S E can be your friend. Before you even get to all this, couples need to have open and honest conversations about needs, expectations, boundaries, etc. We don't talk openly enough. Exactly, Crystal. That's what I was saying at the beginning. You need to understand and know where your mate is and why they are there. And they need to feel comfortable enough with you to tell you their deepest, darkest. They need to feel comfortable enough to tell you why they're not coming to a point of orgasm. They need to tell you why they don't want to be touched or why they don't want to be touched a certain way. And when you figure that out and you learn that and you understand that and you give that respect to say, hey, I'm not here to beat you up about certain things, but I want to understand so I can help you. I want to understand so you can be satisfied and I can be satisfied. Because I don't know anything better than watching your mate be satisfied. Maybe that's a personal thought. I don't know. I'm sure it's not. But I don't know anything better than watching your mate be satisfied. Knowing that he's enjoying, and it was at your touch, whatever that touch may be, and knowing that she is wiped out because of your touch, whatever that touch may be. So, Crystal, you're right. You're right. There has to be some open communication. There has to be some trust. And so, hey, Mike, there has to be some trust and some understanding and some willingness to be vulnerable. We have to be vulnerable. God gave us all the equipment to take a woman little O to big O. Batteries lose power, but the jawbone has infinite energy. Kevin. I'm applauding Kevin. I'm clapping for you on that. You're right. You're right. The jawbone with infinite energy. I don't know about that, but I don't know about your thing, bro. Let me not, cause I don't know. You might have that infinite energy. I don't know, but all right, Mike in the building. I don't know about the infinite energy, Kevin, but you know that's your thought, that's your process. I don't know what has gone on for you, and that might work out, but there are times where that infinite energy is gonna run out. Like you said, batteries and equipment, batteries lose power. You can always get new batteries. And Kevin, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little sweet thing about this. There are no batteries required. You charge this sucker USB, plug it in. It has a little basis sensor, a power source, and you plug it in and you sit there. By the time the morning comes, bam, she ready to go again. She is powered up and ready to go. But it's not necessary, fellas, to be intimidated. And please understand, I'm not trying to belittle or insult any of you. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not trying to belittle, insult any of you. All I'm saying is, if there is something out there that will help enhance and help your lady to get where she needs to get, then why not? There again, I'm not here to tell anybody what your belief factor should be and if you should agree and not agree or whatever. Kamaria said, I will say toys of pleasure are not made to replace men. They're used to enhance the pleasure of both sexes. Thank you, niece. That's my niece, y'all. That's my niece. That's right, Kamaria. They're not made to replace. Because truth be told, I'm sure that a large number of women would prefer a physical touch than a plastic touch. I'm sure. A physical touch. But again, remember, fellas, we got to be tapped in here as well. That's what helps and brings it out as well. We got to be tapped in here as well. So I was asked the question, men got toys too. They do. They do have toys as well, Kamaria. But you don't hear men talking a lot about toys. You don't hear men really always, saying what they use and what could work, because I think that's a play on the ego as well too, because I think men feel like they got this thing in a box, they got this thing down. Crystal says, I will always prefer human interaction, but you don't have to be concerned with attitude. Man, I can't see the background, y'all. With attitude, our significant other being in or out the mood, nor when or how long. And yes, like makeup and or any other accessories, it's made. Crystal, I will always prefer human interaction, but you don't have to be concerned With attitude. Oh, you don't have to be concerned with the attitude or if they're in and out of the mood or how long they're going to last. Correct. Crystal, correct. Kamari said, because I bet if there was a rose for men and it went viral, we'd be more up in arms. LOL. I don't think so. I don't know that we'd be more, we as in women, I don't know that we would be more up in arms if men had one. Well, let's see. Kevin said, well, we gonna bring that romance to set the mood right. Stimulate the mind and the body will follow. True. Okay, Mike said, just let him know what you like, where to touch, and how to touch. What's the matter with instructions? Mike, there's nothing wrong with instructions. And I'm glad you as a man said that. But truth be told, let's be real and honest. Real life relationship growth. I have been in a relationship where the brother felt like he was so in control and so good. Instruction went in one ear and out the other. And that's why that communication is so important. But people have to be willing. Your ego has to be tapped. You got to check your ego at the door. When you go into that room with your mate, with your significant other, with your boo, when you go in that door, you have got to check your ego like a coat. Check it like a coat. And worry about it when you come out. It definitely was his loss, Mike. Check your ego at the door. Because when you go in there, you should be so vulnerable. And your mate should feel that vulnerability is there, that y'all can let y'all hair down and explore and enjoy and do whatever that's pleasurable to you all. Whatever morally, whatever value system you all have, respectfully with one another, those things have to come in play. So let's talk about enhancement. Let's talk about checking the ego, leaving it there, and understanding that she may be a part of the scenario. And her being a part of the scenario, fellas, does not mean that you are not needed or not wanted. That you are not needed or you are not wanted. Mike says this conversation is for grown folks only. Can the church say amen? Amen. It is for grown folks only. You're right. Because nobody shouldn't be on here that's not grown and can understand this. Now they get by, but they better not. But checking that ego and being vulnerable with one another and open to one another, man, do we understand the pleasures and the joy that we can experience sexually if we're just open with our significant other? Like, what you asking for, brothers, when you check that here and that here, you are going to get. When you tap into a woman's emotions, when you tap into her heart, and it's genuine, it's not much that you won't get. And ladies, I think the fellas tend to be willing to kind of explore and give, but that's the fun part of it. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and we were talking about this subject, and we were talking about how fun it is when we were both married, how fun it was, and that's just where we were, how fun it was to explore and discover new things about one another, and realize that there's some places and some points that is so stimulating. Fellas, I gotta say this. I gotta say this. Stop being homophobic. Stop being homophobic. This is why I say that. Because if you talk about touching a man's behind, most of them flip out. Some of them flip out. And be like, I ain't doing that. I ain't no punk. I ain't know this. I ain't know that. Let me tell you something. If you understand the anatomy of the body, if you understand the body, you will know there is an erogenous zone, brothers, right in between that point. There is an erogenous zone right in between that point. That point is the point between your testicles and your anus. There, go read it. Go, don't believe me. Y'all have to believe me. Look it up. Look it up. We're talking about sexual exploitation with the person that means the world to you. We're talking about sexual gratification with the person that you share everything with. We're talking about the person that if you get sick and you vomiting or you having diarrhea and you just your worst and you got a fever of 105,000, this is the person that's taking care of you. This is the person that's beside you. This is the person that's going to do for you or whatever. So you mean to tell me if I could do all of that, I can't tell this brother that I like you to from the with the like I refuse to be in a relationship where I can't open up fully and explore. Sex, you all, is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So please understand, when you're in the right position, in the right place, and it's a beautiful thing. It just is. But we can't be intimidated or closed-minded, and I get everybody comes from different backgrounds. I come from a Caribbean background. A part of me comes from the Caribbean side, and a part of me, my mother's a Georgia peach. We got both sides. I understand Caribbean people don't tend to be as open as maybe other nationalities, other races or whatever. And there may be other ones that aren't. Like, we're close with these things. But we got to understand, like, it is okay. I'm not telling you have to do everything under the sun. I'm not telling you that you have to get buck wild and do all of these things that you don't even feel comfortable with. That's not what I'm saying at all. Mike says, same applies to the woman. Your fruits aren't always the bomb because you got it. There's some sour fruit out there that's like being with a mannequin. Been there before. Mike, Kevin high five, and Kevin word life. My, I'm so sure. I'm so sure, brother. I'm so sure, ladies. Did y'all hear that? Like, just because it's there and we got it, don't make it the bomb. You got to work on that stuff too. You have to know how to please that brother. You have to know what he needs and what he desires and what touches he likes and what touches he does not like. It goes both ways. We always seem to get into this thing that when it comes to love and intimacy and things like that, that women hold stock in it. Like we have the major part, and we're supposed to, the focus should be on us. The focus should be on us. And I understand with men have the conquering mindset. Men, and y'all can't tell me, brothers, if you don't know if that woman has had an orgasm, if you don't feel like she has, if you feel like she faked it or whatever, if you care, that's going to be a hit on the ego. And that's not what you want. Some men are just there to hit it and quit it. All right, ladies, beware. You know what you're doing when you opening up to somebody. That was literal and figurative. Know what you're doing. But if you with a man, hey Tanil, if you with a man, hey Buddha, Kent, Buddha, I think I said it right. If you with a man who doesn't care about you being pleased as much as him, you with the wrong man. If you with a woman that does not care, that just wants to get hers and get what she wants, you with the wrong woman. Or, let me say, not say the wrong woman, wrong man. Let me say, or y'all have not communicated enough, well enough with one another to know what the expectations are. To know what the expectations are. Kamara said it's not just a physical thing. It's a spiritual and mental thing. You should both be in movement and agree with one another. Most definitely, niece. You should both be in movement and agree with one another. So, y'all, I'm teetering back and forth. Hey, Tanil, thank you. Teetering back and forth. Because this thing right here, this is just one. But this thing right here, the question was asked. So I'm going to answer this question as a woman, as a secure, confident, strong, sexually motivated, sexually wise, knowing me woman. I'm going to answer this question. The question was asked of me. Does this really, truly take you from 0 to 5,000 as quickly as advertised? The answer, drum roll please. Yes. Yes. Why yes? Why yes it does. Yo, listen. I have never in my life experienced anything like the R.O.S E. I have never in my life experienced anything like the R.O.S E. Now, you know, some people may say, you know what, I don't want that artificial, I don't want something that I'm out of control with. But again, enjoy. But let me tell y'all, I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. Because it has not happened. You know, I'm a little transparent. This thing right here with my man, yo, I need that in my life. Point blank period. Straight up. Fellas, this is what I'm talking about. This is the point when I'm talking about no intimidation. Listen. If your significant other is having issues orgasming, if she is having issues having an orgasm, explore some things that can help. Because it may be regular stimulation does not do it for her. Nothing wrong with her. Nothing wrong with that. Because there are different ways that a woman can come to an orgasm. I'm sorry, Tony said, men, don't be intimidated by it though. You can actually use it to your advantage. You can. And I'm not going to, spoiler alert, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say how and what or whatever. I'm not going to do that. It takes nothing away from the man. Definitely doesn't. My sister said, hey, late, cluttered. But Tony was saying, you know, use it for your advantage. Meaning, if your significant other has issues having an orgasm, just being manually stimulated by you, whether it's with your phalanges or is with your penis. Listen, figure out first of all what the problem is. Then, if there's no medical issue, if there's some mental going on, soothe that by helping her and explore. Do you understand? If this woman has never had an orgasm, if she struggles with that, can y'all please understand? Girl, you stupid. She said, sorry, I was using the R.O.S.E so I can have the true input. Girl, you stupid. Yeah, that's my sister. Y'all see what I'm talking about? But fellas, let me go back. If you can be a part of your woman having her first orgasm, or even the best and biggest orgasm that she has ever had in her life, why would you not want to be a part of that? Why would you not want to be part? Okay. Again, I'm not going to do a spoiler alert because truth be told, I haven't experienced this yet with my man. I have not. And I have no shame in saying it's going to happen. It's going to happen. But if your lady is using the R.O.S E, say she using the R.O.S E, right? Say you walk in and she using the R.O.S E. Or say you all have made love and it's ended and you're tired or whatever. This right here, this could be your helpmate. For your helpmate. Wait a minute. Kevin, black men have full lips. We know how to connect. Kevin. Black men do have full lips, and some black men know how to connect. Let's come on. This is what I'm talking about, Kevin. Don't make me make an example of you, Kevin. Kevin, I can't speak for you personally. I don't know, and I would never try to do that, and I don't want to insult the brother. Oh, okay, hold on, Kevin. So, you said black men have full lips. We know how to connect. How do you know? Like, unless you have been with the same woman all your life, all your sexual life, you are the only sexual experience that she has. You have taught her how this and that happens, because when that happens, you can pretty much train a person to what they like. Because if they've never experienced it, you can train them to what they like. I know, Tony. Thank you. But, Kevin, that was one of the issues for my last, to be honest. Because there was a lot of talk of one woman is not like the other woman. And this woman, you have to treat and do different from that woman. But truth be told, Kevin, if you don't explore those things and understand and know those things, you might be embarrassing yourself. It might be an issue that you're not even paying attention to. Because that sounded kind of prideful and ego-ish there, Kevin. I don't know. I think Tony caught it. Because Tony was like, I could see Tony's face. I could see Kevin laughing. She cheating with that R.O.S.E. How is she cheating, Kevin? Hey, side-eyed you, Tony. How is she cheating, Kevin? Because it's not you that's making her get to that point. Mike said, hey, I learned from a female that worked in a toy store, and she said, what you mean you don't have toys? Scared me to death, ran out the same day and went and purchased one. That's right. Like, what you mean? What you mean? If you feel like that you are all that, Tony said, bless his heart. If you feel like that you cannot benefit or you cannot improve, or you feel like you cannot enjoy having some extra help and some, look, somebody to high five and tap out, like, switch, like, something. Nobody, I don't know about it. I mean, y'all listen to the threesomes, that's y'all thing. But I don't know. Man, Claudia said, lips get tired. The rose can help your lady bloom while you enjoy her with it. Tony. I'm sorry, Kevin. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? So, my niece came up with a new phrase last night. She says it's a stress reliever too. My niece Kamari came up with a phrase last night, and we were cracking up dying. This is what we're calling this. And ladies, y'all can take this too. Take it to the house, give it to the man, let him know, look, this is my new catchphrase. This is my new catchphrase. I want a bouquet of flowers. I want a bouquet. However you say it, bouquet. I want a bouquet. The bouquet. Yes, ma'am. She on IG, so y'all probably can't see her on this one. A bouquet. I want a bouquet. When your lady says she wants a bouquet, that means it's you and her. It's you and her, fellas. It's you and her. This is the bouquet. This is what we call in the bouquet. Everybody say it together. Ladies, everybody say it. Bouquet. So when you say, I want a bouquet, fellas, y'all know what that means. That means I'm not just in the mood just for her. I'm in the mood for us. For us. Like, I want to say so much more on this, but I want you to experience it for yourself. Ladies, if you have not, if you will, and that's what you want to do, I want you to experience for yourself. And fellas, I want you to experience it with your lady. What? Yeah, do y'all know when you go to the toy stores, right? There's a way to test the intensity of these things. On the tip of your nose. If you put a vibrator on the tip of your nose and it gives you that you know it's a good one. Fellas, you could do it while she ain't looking so she won't know, okay? Or you can do it when you buy it for her first, before you give it to her. Take that thing, turn it on. Did I tell you know what? This is the first one, so I mean it's got a little bit of noise to it. Can y'all hear that? I think it can be quieter, but it's just y'all. Don't worry about that. You can mask that. Or it's just you, sis. No, don't worry about that either. Put that thing on your nose, brother, and feel the intensity of that thing. Now, truth be told, okay, the rose has an opening, and that opening covers the woman's clitoris, and it has a suctioning. It would take you the hell out of here. Fellas, can you imagine? Can you imagine following that? Bouquet, that's right, Tony. Say it, ladies. Ladies, all the ladies. Type bouquet in. Come on. All the ladies, type bouquet in the chat, please. A coin purse. I'm gonna be all right, Mike. I am. Because the Lord knows what a sister needs. And what? I'm loving this topic. It's hilarious to me. But fellas, try it out. Try it out for so many reasons. Let me go to the serious side for a second. If your lady is having issues having an orgasm, if she says she's never had one, if she says she's having a hard time having one, or if she says she doesn't even know if she's had one. Help her out. Help her out. And imagine you being on the other end of being a part of that. Like, you gonna be tapping out, fellas. If you get this thing started the way, if the bouquet, man. But it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. Explore one another. Lord one another. Enjoy one another. Enjoy one another. Bouquet. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I kind of held back a little bit on this topic, y'all. If that was holding back, but I did because I don't want to spoil it for anyone else. I want you to enjoy this experience for yourself and with your significant other. Fellas, go buy one. Don't knock it till you try it. Let your ego walk out to check it at the door. Because again, this is not a replacement for you. It is not. It's not meant to be a replacement. Because honestly, truth be told, there's no comparison. We can't compare something like this to the human body. We can't. It does things that no man can do. I don't care how good you are. This does things that no man can do. And we're not trying to, again, no insult, no letdown, no hit on the ego. Please understand. It's just something to enhance. It's just something that you all can enjoy together. That's what it is. You say you're going to be all right now. It's just something that he enjoys. It comes in purple, pink, white, red, blue, and black. This girl. Okay. Y'all, there's more than one. There is more than one. And being that they're so popular, they're trying to enhance it and add stuff or whatever. I personally think this by itself is good enough. I want to breathe. I want to live tomorrow. I think it's good enough. But there are others. Now, let me tell you, you can buy that thing on Amazon. You can order it. You can order them on Amazon. Because Sister got Prime. And I couldn't wait. Like, that 24 hours was not quick enough. But you can order one on Amazon. You can. And enjoy it. But they're making different ones now. They have different parts to them. And one has a handle and it has a tongue. Like, in the middle of, Kevin gonna lose his mind. That's like a tongue. But again, there are things that you can't compare. I personally would prefer a human tongue. That's just me. So that one not necessarily for me, but it might be for someone else. But man, please, don't be intimidated. Don't feel like it's a replacement. Don't feel like somebody's trying to knock you for what you can and cannot, what you cannot do, rather, whatever. But bring this thing in and bring it in, and let me tell you how you do it. Tell her, baby, I want to be sure. I know the things that I do please you, and I'm having a great time exploring and learning your body. I don't care how long you've been together. Please believe your sexual needs change with age. They change with knowledge. They change. Whether they get more, whether they get less, they change. But let her know, fellas, that I understand that there may be some things that you would like to enjoy or some things that you're not enjoying. Baby, what can I do to make sure that you are enjoying and you getting all that you need when it comes to our sexual relationship? Y'all could thank me later. Because you going to end up the reciprocation of that. Fellas, do y'all understand how much y'all can get from us if y'all tap into that? And for $23.99, alright, y'all. So this was fun. This is fun. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna let it go at this point. But feel free, please, if you have had some experiences, if you have had some experiences that you wouldn't mind sharing, if you want to let the fellas, if you have an experience that you want to share with the brothers and be like, bruh, let that ego go. Let me tell you what this can do for you and your lady. The Rose Guru. Yes, ma'am, you are. Let that ego go. So feel free. Put it in the chat. Like every video on Camper Conversations, this will be posted at the top of the page. You can go back. It's going to be pinned and it'll be posted at the top of the page. You can go back at any point in time and view and comment on any video that we've done together. All right? So if you missed one, if you missed a week, if you just starting here and joining this group, this family, then you could go back. But this will be pinned at the top. So if you had some experience, fellas, I would love to hear from the men on this one. I really would. What other platform are you broadcasting from? Girl, Corey, I'm just on Instagram and Facebook. I've been told so many times to create a YouTube, but once I get off here, y'all, and my week get going and stuff, I forget until we get here again. So if anyone wants to reach out and help me to create a YouTube, if that's another good platform, please help me out. Please help me out. I can give you some information so we can get this popping. But that's where I am, Corey. I'm just here on IG, on my personal page. Actually, I want to create a real life relationship growth page on IG as well, and then I'm on Facebook. So help us out. Yeah, help us out. But I'm going to go ahead and put she away. Yeah. Ooh, I almost peeked in the box. I'm going to go ahead and put she away in her safe place. Y'all, get a safe place for she. And please, ladies and gents, you can help out with this. Get some good cleaning products for your toys. We want to stay healthy. Get some good, all right, Corey, I'm glad. Get some good cleaning products and make sure you clean that stuff before you put it up and the air dry. But get some good cleaning products. All right, y'all. So I enjoyed this. I thought I had something on my shirt. I enjoyed this. Keep coming with the topics. Throw something out there so we can discuss. I have a really good one. Let me tell y'all this, because I want to put it out. Because let's see. I have a topic that I want to do. And it is talking about, thank you, Kevin. It's talking about having friends of the opposite sex when you're in a relationship, when you're in a marriage. But I don't want to do this topic just me. I would love to have two fellas and another lady come on, and we have this very delicate discussion. I would love to do that. So I've been waiting for this topic. I've been waiting to do it. The topic is having friends of the opposite sex when you're in a relationship, when you're married. Feelings and thoughts on that. So if you want to be a part of that, let me know, and we can make that thing happen. We can make that thing happen. But I'm going to end it, y'all. It is 8:09. I started at 7:04, so I was a little late. So now I don't want to drag it out anymore. I keep saying 30 minutes, but that ain't going to happen. But I enjoy it, and I hope y'all enjoy it too. Keep sending me topics. Y'all have a great, great weekend. I love y'all, and I'm going to tell y'all, 50 feels good. Bye. Let me do this right because, okay, there it is. In video. All right, Facebook.